You have no phone and no car. And I have taken your coat and your shoes. It's 2 degrees outside. You know, the nearest house is miles away, so yes, I think you're going to just sit right there. And you know what? While you're sitting there, why don't you take a look for a job? Because as soon as I report your theft of my medical records, you won't be shrieking anymore. Oh!
Natalie, what's wrong? Is that a contraction?
Don't move. I'm fine. It's nothing. I gotta get to John. I gotta tell him the truth. This baby's Brody's.
You think Inez has been lying to you?
Well, I guess I kind of hope she's been lying to me.
Yeah, about what?
About having sex with me.
So, since my mom named all these other suspects, we're hoping that the judge will just dismiss Nate's charges.
Well, who did your mother say might have been the killer?
So you think that Nate's protecting someone? Who? Mother? You think Nate's mom killed Eddie?
Charlie, could you just raise the bed up a little bit?
No, the doctor told you to lie still.
Mom, I am lying still, which is why I'm not in a car, headed home. Natalie's at home. She's resting. Why can't I rest with her?
Because Natalie didn't have contractions. Look, I know you're a grown woman and an experienced mother, but as your mother, I'm asking you to please lie still until the doctor comes back with test results.
Mom, I feel fine.
What, no more cramps?
Well, they're not as often and they're not nearly as severe. I hardly notice them.
Okay, that means the lying still is working.
Your mother's right.
So you guys are ganging up on me.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sweetheart.
Echo, what a surprise. Come in.
Thank you.
And here I thought you were spending all your time flinging yourself at Charlie Banks.
For you.
And what's that?
It's what you owe me. And I want to check now, or I'm shipping your mayoral ass to the Huskow. Your Honor.
Jesse. I am so sorry. I had no idea that you were in the hospital, honey. I was out of town on business.
Dad! It's okay. I am fine. Brody thinks it's a false alarm. I'm sure he's right, and I feel fine, okay? There was no reason for you to rush back on my account. It's okay.
You're my girl. Nothing more important than that. You ought to know that by now.
Hey, Brody, I got the results of Jessica's test.
Oh, she's been feeling much better.
I'm glad she's feeling more comfortable.
Yeah, so everything's fine, right? It's nothing.
I wish that were true. I'm sorry, Brody. I'm not gonna let you ruin things for me and John just so you can tell him that I tried to intentionally hurt him, because I didn't. And I'm going to explain that to him.
Natalie, you can lie all you want, but you are in labor.
Excuse me, you expect me to pay you?
$8,389.22.
For what?
Damages accrued on Christmas Eve. I mean, it's all itemized. All the receipts are attached. Let's see. There was the dry cleaning bill. My boots were destroyed. They had to be replaced. There was the manicurist, the chiropractor, the masseuse, And do you realize I had to go to a hairstylist to have all of my highlights totally redone? And I haven't even added the $10,000 you owe me for the photo shoot.
What photo shoot? You didn't take a single picture.
Well, of course I didn't, because you locked me on the roof. I nearly froze to death.
I did nothing of the sort. I left you out there on the roof while I went downstairs and freshened my makeup. And the next thing I knew, you were coming down the chimney, destroying it. Shall I present you with the bills to repair the flue? The mason's bill alone.
Save it, Dorian. You and Viki worked up this little scheme to keep me out of the way.
Well, why don't we grab a cup of coffee and let Clint have a little time with Jessica?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dr. Wright. Hi, Jessica. Hi, so did you get my test results? I mean, I know I'm not in labor. I feel so much better. I feel great. So I'm
Jessie, honey, why don't you let the doctor tell you what she found out?
Well, you're right. You're not in labor, although you are 2 centimeters dilated.
Why? I mean, I'm not having the baby, at least not yet, and I feel so much better. I mean, Brody, tell her. I mean, I look better, don't I? Okay. Now, it's your turn to tell me that everything's gonna be okay.
See, I'm fine. I'm fine. It was probably just something I ate or didn't. You know, I'm not due for several weeks. It's probably just Braxton Hicks, like you told Jessica, so stop trying to scare me, okay? Look, I know that you want to ruin things for me and John, but you need to understand something. This was never planned. Brody and I didn't set out to sleep together, okay? And John will understand that, and I would have told him forever ago if it weren't for Jessica.
Well, so in other words, you didn't trust him to keep your secret. There's no way out of this. You're a lying cheat, and John deserves better than you.
Whoa. You, Marty? Really? It's over, Marty. Time to move on, okay?
All right, 5 minutes apart. It's official. You are in labor.
You're wrong!
No, and if the contractions come hard and fast like this, it's not good, especially since you're early. This baby at best is going to come premature, which could mean complications, unless, of course, we can get you to a hospital.
You're not going anywhere. Please tell me the baby's all right.
Hey, baby's fine.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Doctor, just tell us, what's going on?
Is this because of the hepatitis C?
Luckily, no, but the sonogram confirmed that Jessica has a condition called placenta acreta.
What's that?
Well, what it means is that the placenta has difficulty separating from the uterine wall.
Okay, so what do you do? How do you fix that?
My recommendation is an immediate C-section.
Okay, great, let's do it.
Clint! It's Jessie and Brody's decision.
Okay, so this the C-section that'll prevent any more complications. Jessica and the baby will be okay?
Given the underlying condition, I'm afraid there is no guarantee. In fact, there are serious risks.
Well, you know, your personal life is none of my business. I'd like to help.
I know, but I'm just looking for a little objectivity right now. I ran this by Balsam. Now, he thinks that maybe Inez slipped something into my beer to knock me out so that she could claim that we'd had sex. I don't think we did.
Okay. So the question is, why would she do that?
Well, she mostly made it seem like it was my dad.
Your mother suggested that her husband killed Eddie?
And there was evidence. His cufflink was found at the scene. But she also named James as a suspect, D.A. Buchanan, because her hair was found there, and she would have motive because of the kidnapping. She even suggested Marty Saybrook.
The psychiatrist?
Yeah, she and my dad, they have a lot of history. Mostly bad. Anyway, she made it seem like there was a bunch of other suspects and that the police, they rushed to judgment when they arrested Nate.
Well, let's just hope that they agree and the judge lets you go.
Yeah, my money's on Inez. I mean, come on. She had obvious motive, protecting her family. The murder weapon was found in her apartment. And the kid's not talking because he wants to protect his mom. It's actually kind of sweet.
That's pathetic. Throwing his life away for a woman who should have gotten a restraining order out on Eddie the second he rolled into town.
A restraining order? The Todd I know shoots first and lawyers up later.
Oh, neither have you. I sue first.
In that case, I'll be doubling my fee effective immediately.
You know what? This is not very funny because if this kid goes to jail, I'm going to have 2 daughters sitting around crying about their jailbirds. So you better talk to the judge. Make sure Inez goes down.
I'm here to defend Nate, not prosecute his mother.
And if your motion is denied and the case goes to trial?
Then I'll say something. You know, it's actually kind of sweet. He's trying to defend, protect his mom.
A woman who would throw him under the bus like this? What kind of a mother would let her son take the rap for her?
Sorry I was late. I heard Delgado's motion to dismiss was impressive.
Oh, it was pure theatrics. She's not going to get away with it on my watch.
You got something against Nate Salinger?
No, not a thing. His mother I'm not so fond of, but hey, last I checked, murder was still a crime in the Commonwealth.
Danny, would you mind if I had a moment with Nate just for
Oh,
a sec?
Yeah, sure, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. No, we're really happy you're here. And we're very grateful to your mom.
Yeah, well, she nailed it. I just want this over.
Me too.
We have to talk.
To be honest, I have no idea why Inez would drug me and claim that we had sex.
You want me to look into this? Wouldn't have to be official. Or am I not reading you right? Are we talking about a criminal investigation?
We'll talk later.
I have no idea why Inez would allow her son to sacrifice himself for her. Except it's still early. Maybe she's hoping it won't come to that.
So you think she's banking on the judge throwing out the case?
Well, who isn't? I don't want to have to go to the judge with my suspicions.
What suspicions?
You have a suspicious mind.
Well, I have to in order to survive around here.
And you've been misinformed. Viki and I do absolutely nothing together, let alone plot against you.
Please, Dorian. You and Viki have been thick as thieves since I hit town. She put you up to that little stunt on Christmas, didn't she? But now it's going to cost you. And for what? Charlie and I are closer than ever now.
So what are the risks? Right now, my concern is what happens if we don't section you. Say we wait and we let you go to term. If your placenta tears during labor, you could hemorrhage. And if I can't stop the bleeding, then we need to do a hysterectomy.
You've got to do the C-section. You can't go through that.
But it's too early. The baby will be really premature. Yes. Well, isn't that dangerous? There are risks associated with premature births. The baby may not be ready to be born.
See, I'm fine. Just Braxton Hicks, like I said.
Right.
Please, Marty, you're not an OB. You're not even a good shrink.
Fine. Have it your way. Just be careful driving.
Like you care about me.
I care about the baby.
I'll come back for you. As soon as I tell John the truth. Oh, I think my water just broke.
I know you named a lot of people, but do you actually know who killed Eddie?
No. That's not even the point, okay? I'm just trying to defend Nate.
All rise. Court is back in session.
Be seated.
In the matter of the Commonwealth versus Nathaniel Salinger, I've made a decision. I'm inclined to grant Ms. Delgado's motion to dismiss.
Your Honor, if we may, we have a very solid case against Nathaniel Salinger.
And evidence against a half dozen other suspects. Ms. Delgado's point was well taken. We can't rush to judgment, certainly not with this case. I recommend your office go back to the officers in charge and narrow down your list. The murderer is out there. Once you can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that your suspect is guilty, come back to me, and I'll be more than happy to sentence him or her. Until then, case dismissed.
Your Honor, wait.
No, I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. John, talking about a criminal investigation. And plus, you got enough on your mind right now. Natalie's about to have a baby.
Hey, we got a couple weeks.
Where is she? Anyway, I thought she'd be here for her sister.
Yep. Your water broke. Okay, I'm in labor. It doesn't matter. I've got a long time before this baby's gonna pop out. What are you doing?
When a baby is born prematurely, there are always risks. If the baby's lungs aren't strong enough to allow the baby to breathe independently...
But isn't there some way you can test to see if the lungs are ready? I mean, can't you somehow test the baby?
In the womb, generally speaking, yes, but given Jessica's condition, it might make things worse.
Okay. Well, how about we just wait a little longer? You know, I'll stay here and I'll promise not to move, and I know that you can give me something for the pain.
So you're still cramping?
Well, it's just a little twinge, and I know that you can stop it.
Jessica.
So just a little while longer so the baby's lungs can develop.
Jessica, you have a beautiful little girl at home, and my first responsibility is to make sure that her mom is okay. My recommendation stays the same. We do a C-section now.
No.
But I need your consent.
No, I'm not going to put the baby at risk.
I cannot lose you.
I'll give you a few minutes.
Dr. Bright.
Yes.
Why is this happening? She didn't have this problem with Bree.
It would appear that the placenta accurata was brought on by some scarring in Jessica's abdomen. According to her medical chart, it's probably from the gunshot wound.
Oh my God.
Yep, you and Viki and your little Santa suit might have kept me away from Chuckles on Christmas Eve, but we were right back together again on New Year's. Like I said, we're closer than ever now. We're not just parents, we're grandparents. And now he's gonna help me with my little problem.
Your lack of style, morals, integrity.
No, my drinking problem. Which reminds me I should get going because I am meeting him at his AA meeting at the church. And you can't do anything about it. It's exclusive for drunks only.
Oh, this is a new low, even for you. Exploiting a man's drinking problem.
This coming from the very same woman who forced a bottle of booze down Charlie's throat? Write the check, Dorian. And leave Charlie to me.
Why don't we give Jesse and Brody a little privacy so they can talk this over?
Talk? What's there to talk about?
Clint, it is their decision. They will do what is best. Sweetheart? Come on.
Banks, this is your fault. You're the one who shot her. And if anything happens to my daughter or my grandchild,
Okay,
so help
you
me.
stop it! Stop it!
Yeah, you can't drive, not in your condition. I'm sure as hell not putting a shotgun in your hands.
Okay, that's fine. Just drive me to the hospital, okay?
Drive you to the hospital? It sounds strangely familiar to me. Looks like the tables have turned, huh, Natalie? What if I walk out of here and leave you, just like you were planning to leave me?
I want you to put a stop on check number 1075 immediately. It's made out to Echo de Savoy. E-C-H-O. Yes, that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I need a drink. Or perhaps do I need a meeting? Perhaps as mayor I owe my constituents personally looking into Alcoholics Anonymous? An ounce of prevention.
Shooting was an accident.
Accident? He went there with a gun.
Yes, to get rid of Mitch, not Jessica. And as far as that goes, it was Dorian's fault. She bought the gun. She made him do it.
Yeah, we all wanted Mitch dead for killing Jared, but to botch it the way he did and then shoot Jessica.
Okay, that was Dorian, too. She grabbed his arm.
And what the hell was he doing with Dorian?
Oh, you're a fine one to talk.
How can you defend her when our daughter is in there losing her baby?
She's not losing her baby.
Will you stop it, both of you? Okay, Clint is right. I never should have gone after Mitch. It is my fault, and I will be sorry about this for the rest of my life.
And you should be.
Stop it.
Okay, I shouldn't be here.
No, Charlie, don't. Well, wasn't that productive?
Why the hell are you mad at me? You should be mad at Charlie.
He deserves your respect and your compassion.
It'll be a cold day in hell.
Our daughter is in there agonizing over something that has no good solution, and all you can do is take your frustration out on my husband? You owe him an apology.
Jessica, I know it's rough, but you have to try to stay calm for the baby's sake.
I can't put this baby at risk.
But we don't know if it's a risk. I mean, they do all kinds of things with preemies.
Brody, I won't be able to forgive myself. Okay, I can't lose another child. After everything that I've been through, after everything that we've been through, not knowing whether this baby is yours, I can't risk its life. I just can't.
What a shame. You're not going to be able to tell John that the baby's Brody's and not his.
You wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would.
Fine, I'll walk.
You're not going anywhere. Your water broke. You're susceptible to infection. You'd be putting the baby at risk.
Okay, then just give me my phone and I can call for an ambulance.
Wait, let me see. This phone right here?
What are you doing?
Evening the score. Now take off your coat and your boots.
Marty, please, you cannot leave me here. Watch me.
Nah, forget I said anything, John. Just give my best to Natalie when she gets here. I didn't mean to bend
Hey,
your
wait
ear.
a second, Bo. Wait. Let's think about this. There's something bothering you. There's a reason.
Well, yeah, there's a reason. It looks like I cheated on my wife.
Exactly. And look, this might not mean anything. Doesn't the timing of this just seem a tad convenient? Her son being arraigned for murder?
Yeah, it occurred to me.
When did this happen?
The night that Eddie Ford was shot.
What are you doing? Sit down, Nate, please.
You have something to say, Mr. Salinger?
Yes, Your Honor. I did it. I'm guilty.
What are you doing?
Nathaniel, don't.
Your Honor, I need a moment to confer with my client.
No, that's okay, Your Honor. I know what I'm doing.
Are you sure, young man? Everyone else, sit down. You're prepared to enter a guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor. I killed Eddie Ford.
Miss Buchanan, do the people want to weigh in?
No.
In which case, the charges stand.
Are you gonna say something?
Mom, please stop this. Your Honor, permission to approach the bench.
Denied.
I believe I have relevant information, okay?
We'll discuss it at sentencing.
All rise. Court is adjourned.
What was that? Huh? It was over. You were gonna go home. Nate, why would you plead guilty to something that you didn't do?
Inez would be at the top of any suspect list. She had motive. She wanted to protect her kids. How long do you think you were out?
All night.
So say she drugged you. That'd give her enough time to get over to the motel, shoot Eddie, and make it back.
Yeah, but what about our witness? Okay, he ID'd Nate, so I'm gonna leave Eddie's room.
I'm not saying he wasn't there. The question is, did he pull the trigger? We recovered the gun at the apartment they share.
So now Inez has gone from being a liar to a murderer. I don't want to think about this, John, but thank you. I appreciate this.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, I'm so glad you're still here. I thought maybe you might have left.
What's wrong?
I just had the worst run-in with Dorian. She got me so upset. Look what I did. I ran to the nearest liquor store I could find. I almost drank the whole thing on the way over in the car, but I didn't, and I won't. At least I don't think I will. But maybe just a swig, you know. I mean, nobody said I had to do this cold turkey.
No, whoa, no. We're gonna get rid of this, and then you are gonna go into that meeting and tell them what happened.
Thank you, Charlie. I don't think I would have been strong enough to do that on my own. What's wrong?
It's Jessica. She's having the baby. It's too early.
Well, she's at the hospital, right? I'm sure the baby's going to be fine.
No, but there's a problem because of me, okay? Because about a year ago, I let Dorian talk me into trying to shoot someone who deserved it, but still, I missed. And I shot Jessica. Oh. And now she's got some kind of a scar tissue. And she might lose the baby. Or she could bleed to death.
No, Charlie. There must be something that they can do.
Yeah, well, they're talking to the doctors. And then, of course, Clint, he just tore into me and said it was my fault. And Viki, she tried to defend me, but you could see in her eyes that she blames me, too, because she has to. If I hadn't picked up that stupid gun, then her child, her grandchild, they'd all be all right.
No, Charlie, listen to me. You cannot pay any attention to anything that Clint says because he's a liar and he's a user.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, I just started to feel like, I mean, I know that nothing can bring back Jared, but now, with Rex in my life, Shane, I kind of started to feel like I had a second chance. But I swear, if something happens to Jessica or the baby...
No. We're going to get through this. I promise you. I can't have the C-section today. The baby needs more time, needs to grow bigger and stronger. You know, I understand that it's a risk, but it's the only one that I'm willing to take. Jessica,
I understand how you feel. Believe me, I want our son or daughter to be healthy. But I can't lose you. Bree can't lose you. And I know that this might be a risk for the baby, but...
But what? Well, we'll just have other children? Brody, I mean, you heard the doctor. That might not even be possible. This could be our only chance to have a child together.
If you think I'm going to apologize to the man who shot my daughter,
You know
you're
what? This
wrong.
conversation is over.
Jessica is suffering because of him. And when I think of everything that I've done to give that girl a happy ending...
Oh, what are you talking about, everything you've done? What have you done?
She won't have a C-section, please. You have to go in there and you have to talk some sense into her. I can't lose her.
Marty, okay, look, I'm in labor, okay? You can't just leave me here all by myself with no phone, and no way to get help, okay? Please, you're a doctor. You know what could happen. Marty, please, look, I know that you don't like me any more than I like you, but you can't do this. It's not you. Please. Brody, all I was doing with you was evening the score. I wasn't going to hurt you at all. I was gonna come back for you. Look, okay, I get it, you hate me, but I am not responsible for Cole going to prison, okay? That's not my fault, and I didn't make you lose your baby. You know
had everything to do with me losing a chance of having another one with John, and don't pretend that you're sorry about that, because you're not.
You can't leave me here. It's not in you.
I guess we'll just see about that. Take off your boots.
Inez?
My son just... I have to go be with my son.
What just happened?
Nate Salinger just pled guilty.
What?
I don't know. The judge was about to grant Taya's motion. He was just about to dismiss the case against Nate, and he stood up and confessed.
You're kidding.
No.
Hang on. Can we talk a minute?
No.
He was free. Why did he do that?
I don't understand it either, Mika.
Mom, you have to save him. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
I believe you. And I promise you I will do whatever it takes to save him, okay?
Look, I better see if I can go find Viki. Check on Jessica.
Okay.
So, you gonna be okay
Yes,
here on your
yes,
own?
of course, but I thought you said you needed a meeting.
Yeah, no, but I can't right now, so, looks like they're about to start, so,
You sure you're gonna be okay?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just, you can go on in.
The topic today is how honest, open, willing. We all know how to screw up. We lie, we shut down. It's our way or the highway, and we know where that gets us. Right back to the bottle, right? So, how do we change that? How do we live life on life's terms? Honest, open, willing. We're now open for sharing.
Okay, thank you. Hello, I'm Echo.
Hi.
And I'm an alcoholic.
Here.
Oh.
No, please.
Oh, goodness. I wasn't sure I needed this meeting, but then I ran into someone that I care about, and someone that I've been lying to, and I realized that just doesn't work here, right? I mean, because we're supposed to be honest, and I get that. It's just that my friend is suffering, and this lie, well, if I told him the truth, it would just hurt him more.
Brody, she'll come around. You'll understand when you're a parent. But I do understand. I love Bree like she's my own. Just like I love my Jessica. Look, you hang in there, all right? I'm gonna go call some family, let them know what's going on.
Darling, I know what you're thinking, okay? You love this baby, of course you do. And you want to give it every chance for a healthy life. But sweetheart, Bree needs you. You cannot risk your life. You do not have the right. She's already missed too much time with you. You have to do everything you can to protect yourself and to stay healthy because you have a little girl. And for Brody, too. He loves you.
Mom, this might be my only chance to have a baby with Brody.
Well, you don't know that, darling. You don't, okay? And even if it turns out to be true, You know, Brody's a very special guy. Remember how he was when you didn't know for sure that the baby was his? He was very ready to love the baby anyway. So you could always adopt. You know how he is with Bree? Sweetheart, you two will have a family, no matter what. But it will only happen if you stay healthy.
So, you decided? Hey, Natalie, it's me. I thought you were heading over here. I mean, maybe you're here and I just can't find you. Look, when you get this, give me a call, all right? I'm in the waiting room.
Marty, please, please, please. Okay, you can't do this. All right, you can't leave me here alone. You know what could happen. I could die. This baby could die. You can't do this. You don't want that on your conscience.
Your sister delivered her baby all by herself.
And the baby died!
Oh, right, gosh, you know, I forgot. Well, yeah, that's right. You are in trouble.
Marty, please, 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 please. You can't leave me here. Just get me to the hospital. Get me to the car. Get me to the hospital.
I'm sorry, but I just can't do that. But good luck, okay, honey? Because you're gonna need it.
Marty, please. Marty! Oh.